Wednesday Wonderings with Charlie's Travel. August 3rd, wow, before we know it, fall will be on its way, but in the meantime, it certainly is a scorcher out there already this morning. Wanted to get started along with some of the things that we have going on and new things that we are starting to announce. So we did announce to the Trailway Traveler members earlier last month our Southern Charms Tour. This is now open to the general public. Don't hesitate too long, because this was one, when we did announce it to our Trailway Traveler members, we had calls coming in within a half hour of that announcement for people making reservations. It is a fabulous tour. I always say I love the South, and this is one of those that definitely will not disappoint. We'll be headed on to Charleston, Beaufort, and Savannah, all three great, beautiful cities. Of course, Beaufort's more of that quaint little coastal community. Lots of films have been done in Beaufort as well. So do give me a call if you want more information. We can send you a brochure. But just as a quick little synopsis, we do stay for 7 nights. We have 12 meals, which is quite a few for a tour. And some of the places we are visiting will be the Charleston Tea Factory. It's a tea plantation. If I'm not mistaken, I think they lay claim to be the only tea plantation in the U.S. However, I have a feeling there may have been one more that has popped up since then. Very interesting to visit. And from the farmer's wife perspective, it was really interesting in the sense that this entire plantation only took 3 people to operate, and they supply tea all over the U.S. and overseas as well. So pretty amazing. We also do a guided city tour of Charleston. Charleston has so much history in it. Beautiful city. We'll visit the Battery. If possible, we'll be also going to the Citadel, which is very interesting as well, and could get a tour from a cadet. One of my most favorite places to visit in the spring is included, because if I'm putting this tour together, it won't be left out. And that's Magnolia Plantation and Garden. Absolutely gorgeous. It's so hard to describe, but it has the beautiful Spanish moss just hanging from all the trees. Great water areas, but the magnolias, the azaleas, the camellias are amazing. Camellias that are larger than the size of your hand. These are absolutely beautiful. They are probably hundreds of year old plants, very established, nice walking paths, lots of little hidden statues. But probably the most photographed area, and many of you have probably seen it, is the white bridge that stretches over the water, but it gives that perfect mirror reflection in the water. Enough on that, because I could go on forever. But from there we will be heading on into Beaufort. In Beaufort we do a really fun horse and buggy carriage ride. It takes you through the community, gives you a lot of the history, points out a lot of the different places where many of the movies have been filmed. We always have lunch there, which I love, because they have so many quaint little mom and pop type shop restaurants along Main Street area. My personal favorite is to get the shrimp there. Most of the time they are what they call the Sweetwater shrimp. They have just a little bit different flavor, but it's because they feed on that Sweetwater grass there along the coastal area. And speaking of Sweetwater grass, that regresses me back to Charleston. Another area, the best souvenir to get from there, and probably the best area to get that souvenir, is Charleston, and that is a Sweetwater basket. I'll let you figure out a little bit more about those, but great thing to bring home. From Beaufort, we'll be heading on to Savannah. Love Savannah too, all those beautiful squares. We'll do a hop-on, hop-off trolley tour, which means we'll do the whole tour and get off at certain places for you to explore and look, jump back on and go on to the other. But that pass is good for the entire day. So once we return back to the hotel, The rest of the day is yours to do as you wish, so you can get back on that trolley and either revisit places that we went that you wanted a little bit more time, or stop at some of the places we did not stop at. Of course, there's the beautiful River Street, lots to do down there. Our hotel is only just steps away from River Street. When you're down there, I always think it's fun to go down and visit the statue of the waiting girl. A whole nother story, but I regress from the whole point. So on the way home, we do overnight in Nashville. We're going to have dinner at the Glen Campbell Museum, so just something a little bit different. But again, this tour is now open to everyone. The dates are March 24th through the 31st of next year. Again, don't wait too long because it is filling up very nicely. I don't want you to be disappointed. Just remember, you're going to have cabin fever by that time and be really ready to go somewhere. So that's the one I suggest. Speaking of cabin fever, and I know cold weather is sadly coming before we know it, I do want to put out there are only 2 seats left for the tour to Texas. That includes San Antonio and South Padre Island. I have a feeling after making this announcement today, those will probably be filled very soon, but call me just in case they haven't. But yes, 2 seats left on that tour, and that is in January. Another thing for tours filling up, our Country Blue Christmas tour, that is in December. I believe it leaves on the 5th. That's the one that goes to Memphis and Graceland. All of the great Elvis things going on, and this seems to be the year of Elvis with the movie and everything else. But that one, I only have 8 seats left. I've also been informed from the receptive that some of the venues and our hotels are getting filled. So I can't even guarantee I have the 8. Call me soon if this is one you're wanting to do. I actually just signed reservations for 6 people on Monday, so don't hesitate. Again, ours is a phenomenal price if you do a little comparison shopping. I also want to let you know that I have one new tour ready to announce, but it's one of those I'm not going to tell you much about because I've turned it into a mystery tour. Mystery tours are so much fun, and I get very excited about them because they're fabulous tours. So that's why I like to turn them into mysteries, because I don't want anyone to ever be disappointed. It is in July of next year. It's July 24th through the 28th. Again, we'll probably be in those really hot dog days of summer. So a little bit of a clue, but we might be going someplace where it might be just a tad bit cooler than what it will be here in Iowa and the whole region that we are in. That's all I'll say about that. Do give a call. We have a flyer again. If you would like that, we can send that to you as well. Let me see here. I had some notes. I think I've covered most all of them, but because I have grandchildren and it's actually birthday time and they get excited because after birthdays, the next big thing for them is Christmas. And I got to realizing, do you know it's only 20 or 21 weeks till Christmas? So now is the time, just like the grandkids are putting in their plugs of what they might be wanting, now's your time to be putting in the plug to your family that gift certificates do make a fabulous gift for Christmas. They always fit. You never have to dust them. You might come home with a few extra pounds, but that's nothing that you can't take care of, and you'll always have wonderful memories. So do keep that in mind. We also lost my train of thought. I apologize. So I guess maybe this is a good point just to stop. I've got some more tours in the works. Hopefully we'll be announcing those to Trailway Traveler members within the next couple weeks. So stay tuned. In the meantime, stay cool and enjoy your day.